join us on our P&O Cruises trip to the Arctic Circle. In this episode, we visit the town of Alta. On the first day, we have a very special experience with some Huskies, and on the second, we visit the town itself. So it's good morning on Mother's Day, isn't it?
It is.
30th of March today, isn't it? A Sunday, and we're on our way to Alta.
Yes, the furthest north that we'll get.
Furthest north that we'll get, and sort of the halfway point of the cruise. So this morning we've got up, we've had breakfast, which was good.
There's a lot of daytime activities running today.
There are.
Because we get into Alta at 1 o'clock lunchtime.
Yes.
So the morning activities are all on, but some of them are at different times. So when we go to vocalists, it's 3/4 of an hour earlier than usual.
It's 11:30.
So it's a good job that they reminded everybody, because you have to look at the programme occasionally to make sure what's on.
We hope we're going to do shuffleboard at 10:30, but it's very windy out there and quite bitter. But at the moment we're travelling through some really quite stunning scenery, aren't we? I'll just stick a little bit in here for you. I'll just film it out the window.
And then we dock at 1, and then we're off on our tour at 1:30.
And what tour are we doing, Lindsay?
Dog sledding.
Dog sledding? Oh, that'll be nice. And somewhere different this time, doing it in Alta rather than Tromsø, which I'm looking forward to. Oh yeah, so it's all exciting today. We don't get back from there until 4:30. By the time we thaw out, it'll be time to go for a drink and then dinner, I guess.
Yeah. Start the whole process again.
And I haven't got a clue what's happening tonight because I haven't really looked.
Oh, I have. I'm not sure you're going to like it, but there you go.
Oh, all right. We'll talk about that later then. Okay. So one other thing, I'd just like to say hi to Maggie. Just met Maggie in the lift. You were on your way back here. And she watches our videos as well. So hi Maggie, hope you're having a lovely cruise.
We keep seeing him everywhere.
We do.
It's lovely.
Yeah. Oh,
really nice.
And don't forget last night who we met.
Tom.
We met Tom up in the buffet. He was sneaking out for some dinner because he's had a busy day as well, hasn't he? So hi Tom, if you're watching, and Ben as well. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll see you later. And here are some more stunning views of the Norwegian countryside just before we arrive at our destination, Alta.
Safety instructions, so we have the emergency exits, we have 2 on the top, but they are hard to reach, so if we need them, we have the door here on the side, and we have some red hammers on the side, so in case we need to break the windows, we have some red hammers. And in Norway, it's also mandatory to put the seatbelts on, so it would be very nice if you can also put the seatbelts on, and then we are good to go. So we are driving to Kvenvikmoen. This is where we have one of our Husky camps. You will get to meet some dogs today. You are able to go on the dog sled. And on the way there,
I don't think I'll ever tire of the scenery in Norway, and yet again we were blessed by good weather. After a short journey, we arrived at our destination, where we were welcomed by a singing throng of husky dogs.
Now we're getting excited.
The excitement for the dogs grew as the first of our 3 groups of explorers were loaded into the sledges, ready to head off on their adventure. And now for the next one.
And it should be a big warning on the dog yard with the warning, because this is very addictive. If you've lost your heart into this, you may never stop. And it starts with the love of dogs and love of nature. To combine that, to take the dogs out, to be out in the mountains and go longer runs. And of course we all think that we have the world's best dogs. They are, as I say, marathon runners. You know, they say there is no animal in the world that can outrun an Alaskan Husky, because they are born and bred for this only. You know, they are runners. We breed only with the best individuals, the most healthy and strong individuals. So that's why we have very healthy, strong dogs. They are all individuals. They all got their own name. We have now 44 dogs. I can let them all run together. Very good temperament, and they are very kind and affectionate. The season of training for the big races starts in August normally, when the temperature drops. They cannot train when it's too warm. Then they easily overheat, so you need to wait for good temperatures, and then we start to train them.
So where are we, Linz?
We're out with the Huskies.
Are we? And what's happened so far?
We've had a really interesting talk.
Yes.
And footage. And lovely coffee. Very
Yes.
nice
Coffee was nice, yeah.
And what else did we have? Oh yes, brownies. Homemade brownies, weren't they?
I think it's interesting to see that this is done in a very different way to the one that Tromsø was 2 years ago, isn't it? Very different.
And then the puppies were released to play with us.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs
So what are you doing now, Linz?
I'm having my cuddle with a husky puppy.
And?
I don't want to be here really, but it's lovely. It's lovely. Yes, you want to come home with me. Do you? Do you really? Wants to come home with me.
Does he?
Yeah. You do.
You could always take my place. I guess you could leave me behind and take him home.
That's a good idea. I don't think you do much on the sled, do you? Do you really want to?
No.
This is harnessed. This one will go under between her feet. So I will start putting this one over her head. And I take the collar above, because she will be attached here. And I lift up her paws, put it here. And then she has a harness on. And then we have covers when it's really cold and when they are resting, when we're doing races. And it's on. There's also, you can pull it, I can run with it, the coat too, when it's really cold. This one in the back for when it's blowing, so it don't blow off. So she will be attached here and at the collar here. So we'll be pulling there and keep the balance.
And then we were off. This time, Lindsey was in the front seat and I was behind.
I thought the intelligent ones went to the front.
Got it? Okay.
sail off into the sunset.
I hope you had a wonderful time here at the Husky camp, that you had some nice experience on the dog sled, cuddled with the puppies, but I also hope that you haven't taken any puppies with you, otherwise I'll get into trouble.
And the scenery continued to impress all the way back to the ship. I love Norway.
So we have a red letter day today. We've not only had dog sledding, but you've got...
I've got gin.
Gin? You've got Hendrix.
I finished my tablets.
So you're having a quiet drink to celebrate.
I'm having a quiet drink to celebrate tonight. It's something I really enjoy.
Good.
So cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome home.
Seriously.
And as you've had a really nice day today with the dogs, what are you having, lovey?
Well, it's not my first, but it is the first of the day.
Oh, and what is it?
Hendrix, of course.
Oh, same as me.
Yes.
And is it nice?
Yeah, it's not quite the same with different tonic, but
Yeah.
it's quite nice. Yes, I'm quite enjoying it.
Good.
I might have another later.
Oh, and then we got
Or
dinner
three.
before too much longer, haven't we?
Yeah, I might not squeeze another one in before dinner.
No, I don't think
No.
so.
And this is yet another of the new P&O menus for the main dining room. They really have taken things back up a notch, and we're certainly enjoying them.
So this is our, what we got? Burico ham. Burico ham croquettes, and they're very nice, so I've had them before. And Lindsey's got the same. Have you, lovely? Yep. So I've got white tomato soup, and Lindsey's just about to try her carrot and ginger soup. Eh? Let's see what she thinks.
It's alright.
Not too gingery for you?
No, not really.
This is my cottage pie with my lovely pot of gravy and some veg. Looks lovely. And this is Lindsey's salmon on croûte. What's that brown stuff on the top?
It's whatever's holding the croûte together.
Mushroom? A bit like a beef Wellington.
Well, it could be.
So what do you think of your salmon on croûte?
It's very tasty. It was very nice. Some of the pastry was a bit undercooked for my liking.
Yeah.
But in the majority, it was a really nice taste to it. Yeah. Yeah.
Have it again?
Yeah.
Good.
And what about yours? Cottage pie, wasn't it?
Cottage pie, yeah, not shepherd. Really nice.
Clean plate again.
Yeah, clean plate. The vegetables we've got, the gravy was gorgeous. The cottage pie was very nice as well. Went together lovely and yum yum. Enjoyed it. So this is my egg custard tart. And I've got some cream and coulis, and I've just had an extra dollop of ice cream. And your cheese. Oh, you got nice cheese. Not too much rubbish with it tonight. No pickle either.
What did you think of your pudding?
It was very nice. Nice pastry, Nice tasty egg custards. Ice cream was okay.
Cream.
But the sauce and the chantilly cream, all very good.
Good.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Tonight's show was a first for us. It was the reworking of Stephen Mulhern's Astonishing, now known as Unbelievable.
Prepare to be amazed. Now, as you can see, here we have 3 completely empty buckets.
Another great show from P&O's Headliners Company, thoroughly enjoyed by all of the audience.
So what have you got now, Linz?
I've got a pink gin spritz.
A pink gin spritz? So what do you think?
That's alright. It's nothing exotic, but it's
Just drinkable, nothing special.
it's alright. It's not unpleasant.
Good.
God, you're going for it now, aren't you?
No. I'm just trying an old favourite. I'm going for a lavender bramble.
I've had a couple of them.
It's just as nice as it used to be. Very nice.
With regard to the Northern Lights, tonight the weather was against us, so we turned in early.
So, good morning from our second day in Alta. Full day today.
Yeah.
We just got off the ship very late.
Yeah, we were late getting up this morning. I think the late nights are caught up with us.
Yeah, had a late leisurely breakfast, but we'll talk about that a bit more in detail later because it wasn't good. So we're off into town now. Probably the Cathedral of the Northern Lights and maybe the museum below if it is there.
Maybe have a look at the sculpture park and see what's left.
Sculpture park, see if there's anything, and then revisit the place we went to last time.
Let's hope it's open.
Yeah, see if they've still got some of that brown beer.
If not, we'll have to find another one.
We will, yeah. See you later.
And so we headed into town on the shuttle bus, which is complimentary for all those people travelling on a select fare and chargeable for those on early saver. Alta is a town of 2 halves, the first half being based around the port, and then you actually go through a sort of countryside area before coming to the town itself. After being dropped off at the bus station, it was a short walk till we arrived at the Cathedral of the Northern Lights. The Cathedral of the Northern Lights in Alta was built between 2009 and 2013. The building is constructed of concrete, wood and has an external cladding of titanium sheets. The cathedral is the result of an architectural competition launched in 2001 and was designed by Schmidt Hammer Lassen Architects. It was finally consecrated on the 10th of February 2013 by Bishop Per Oskar Kjolas, with Crown Princess Mette Malik in attendance. The church was built to replace the old Alta church as the main church of the parish and deanery. Underneath the cathedral, you'll find the interactive Borealis Alta exhibition, and this tells us everything there is to know about the science and Sami myths behind the Northern Lights, culminating in a 10-minute film show displaying some of the beautiful lights themselves. So 2 years ago we were here, I was complete with beard then, and the only place we could find open on a Sunday was this little bar cafe behind us. So we're going to go back again and see if it's changed, see if the locals are there.
I'm not sure that they'd have survived you.
Interesting people. So we're back in the pub again now, Linz, aren't we?
We are.
Having a beer. How is your beer, by the way?
It's fine. It's nice and easy to drink because it's not too cold.
Yeah, my brown beer, brown brew deal, isn't it? It was called Brawny, I think. It's very nice as well. Really enjoyed it. Trouble is, it's going down far too quickly.
Yeah, it did last time, didn't it?
I ended up buying 4. It's not as crowded.
And it's not as expensive as last time.
It is.
It's not as much for you because I bought the last one.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Anyway, so good to come back to the same place. We're actually sat on the stage at the moment, aren't we?
We are.
Yes, but we're not going to perform.
No.
No. And so after a beer and a couple of quick photographs, we made our way back to the ship to have one more look at the beautiful scenery while the sun was still shining. So, as promised earlier, we said we'd talk to you about our buffet experience this morning.
It wasn't very good. We were late getting up, so breakfast had closed in the main dining room, so we went upstairs to the buffet. It's so badly laid out up there, you just don't know what's where. Half the stations were closed, and it wasn't anywhere near closing time.
About 40 minutes before closing time.
But they were all roped off, so you couldn't get to a lot of the things that were actually there.
There was no orange in the orange juice.
No.
That was empty. Running water. There was a queue right back into the swimming pool for the hot food, so I gave up and went to the omelette station. It was filthy. All the serving places were dirty where they hadn't been cleaned down, and a lot of the dishes were empty. Just very
Tables
poor.
were being cleared but not being cleaned, if that makes sense. And when you pick, why would you have your, obviously they wrap the utensils in your serviettes and napkins, whatever you call them, but they only put a knife and a fork in, so you've got no idea where the spoons are, and they're round the end there somewhere, and it was round the end of one of the counters. Well, how would you know that? I mean, it was just
Wasn't good.
there was no mugs, so you couldn't have a cup of coffee.
No.
Tea. You could have a cold drink if there was anything left in there, but
Not good.
It was awful.
And we wouldn't have gone, but we've had some good experience in the buffet on the last 2 cruises. So on Queen Victoria, the buffet was very good. On Fred Olsen, the buffet was very good. This is awful. It just makes you wonder, because the food is now so good in the main dining room, they put all the resources into the main dining room and said basically stuff the rest of the ship.
Unfortunately, we compounded it a little bit because we came back from Alta.
Yeah.
And we were too late for lunch in the dining room because that was only open from 12 o'clock till 1:30.
Yeah, the burger bar's closed.
For bad weather.
For bad weather.
And so we had no option but to get a snack.
I wanted some ham and chips.
How simple is that?
Yeah, there was no ham.
Well, I would have liked to quite have some ham with my salad. No ham.
No. So I went to the hot section, and because they're now doing the burgers in the buffet, and they had some proper bread rolls there. Went to get a burger, no burgers. So I thought, so I just had a sausage and a few chips. The chips were then empty because I finished them off. Went to get some cheese to go with it, just for something else, and it was all cordoned off. Half the places were cordoned off, and this was 45 minutes before the end of service.
And it was the same where the salads were.
Awful.
And the cold meats, some of them were cordoned off. There were still meats, albeit they weren't ham, they were salamis and pork luncheon meat and stuff like that. But there was stuff there, but instead of moving it and moving up to a station where people could access it too, they just cordoned it off.
Yeah, very, very just awful.
Unprofessional in their cleaning. Instead of just actually clearing tables, they weren't.
And very strangely for this ship, the staff don't seem particularly interested up here. They've been fantastic everywhere else on the ship.
Yeah, but
They're just not interested up there.
No, they're just. Well, they're not rude.
No, they're
but
not
just
rude.
not
They're
interested.
just not interested.
They don't want to know.
It's like they don't care up there.
Well, I wonder if it's coming from the top down.
No idea. It's just not good up there. But hey ho, you've got to say what you find. And main dining room has been fantastic.
Yeah, it's been really good.
And this was awful, and it does really go to show why we don't use the buffet on here.
The one thing I will say is when we've been upstairs late at night, the late night snacks have been really quite good. They've been
Huge
really quite
choice.
interesting.
Very good.
And much more choice than we've had in lunchtime.
Yeah, well, there would have been more choice at lunchtime, but everything was run out.
Yeah, well,
It was empty.
or just cordoned off so you couldn't
Yeah.
reach it.
Yeah, just
Very strange.
Not good at all. So, having had our rant about the food in the buffet, we're now heading off to curling in Masquerades. We've never done that before, so we'll see what happens. You got any idea, Lindsey?
Well, it's ball bearings.
What have you got there?
This is my vegetable consomme.
Oh,
And as people are getting on board today, in fact, all the cold places, they've been offered vegetable consomme. When they come back, it's actually being served in the main foyer.
yep.
And it was
Clinton,
it was
our waiter
serving
from
it today.
dinner, yeah.
So
We had to have some.
we better have some.
Yeah.
Because that would keep him happy.
And it's very nice, actually.
Happy.
Yeah,
Happy
very nice.
Clinton.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Good.
So this is the noble art of curling held at sea. We've never done it before, and I think it shows. We weren't very good, but it was really quite good fun, and we met some lovely people there, including one of our followers, Paul.
So we're sort of getting back into the swing now, aren't we, Lindsey?
Yeah.
It's time for pre-dinner drinks. Oh, we've got a nice glass. And what's that this time?
Hendrick's Perfect Syrup.
A Hendrick's Perfect Syrup. And is it good?
It's nice.
And I've gone for something slightly different.
What have you got in?
I've got a large Hendrick's, but I've gone with Britvic tonic because it's like, hopefully tastes like normal tonic water.
Oh, let's see.
I can taste the cucumber.
Can you? Yeah, I might have to try that next time.
Yeah.
And here is tonight's dinner menu.
Lindsey's trout, and you've got a nice piece, haven't you, Lindsey?
Yeah.
Double what you usually get.
Yeah, but it's not as big as I'm used to at home.
Oh, I know, but you can't be a pig all your time. And this is my beef brisket. Not quite what I was expecting, but I'm sure it'll be very nice.
Tonight's theatre performer was John Udry, a comedian juggler. We were a bit dubious about going to see him, but we're really glad we did. He was brilliant.
You got a pixie? Cool. That wasn't the question, actually. Normally later in the show I say, any Cornish in? Oh, and later, anyone got a pixie? And then normally you chime in at that point. What's going on? Now, the Cornish, where are you? Give us a wave. And whereabouts in Cornwall are you from? Tor Point. That's Devon. So when I said, are you from Cornwall, your answer really should have been no.
So what are you up to now, Linz? What have we invested in? Purely
For research
purposes on your behalf, people.
Yes.
Nothing to do with the fact that we like a drop of gin.
They do gin flights in Anderson.
Gin flights.
So I'm just
So what do you get in your gin flight, Lindsey?
you get 3 gins.
3 gins, yeah.
And a bottle of tonic.
And a bottle of tonic. And a glass full of ice.
And a glass full of ice.
So what is this first gin that you're tasting?
This one, because I've got the afternoon tea one.
Afternoon tea flight. And what are you trying now?
So this is Beefeater strawberry gin.
Beefeater strawberry gin. So let's see what you think of that one.
Oh, that's very strawberry.
It's very nice, isn't
Very
it?
strawberry. Yeah.
A big marks out of 10?
Oh yeah, that's quite a good one. That's
Really?
like 7.
7 out of
Yeah,
10?
it might be more than that when I taste the
For
others.
the Beefeater strawberry.
Yeah,
Alright,
very
let's hold there and you enjoy that one.
Thank you.
This is my first one, and I think it's Ginevra la Mallorquina. So we'll see what it's like.
And this is the first one.
Ooh, doesn't smell too tasty, but we'll give it a go. It's alright actually. I'm pleasantly surprised it tastes better than it smells. I'm not sure I would rave about it, but it's alright, yeah.
And what was it called again?
Ginevra la Mallorquina.
Keep practicing that, you'll be fine.
If I have a few of these, I won't be able to say it. Cheers. So what have we got this time, Lindsay? What have we got?
Wrecking Coast Clotted Cream.
A what, sorry?
A Wrecking Coast, which is the name of the company. Clotted Cream.
Clotted cream? Okay. You got strawberries in the top. You like strawberries and cream, don't you? You're not convinced, are you?
That's not as strawberry as that one.
But?
A 5.
A 5. 5 out of 10. I didn't give a mark on mine, did I? I guess I'll go 4 on mine, but I'm always more generous than you. 4. What would you have given mine?
Oh, 2.
Oh, there you go, see, I said I'm always
And
more
even
generous.
I couldn't pronounce what it was.
No, it's not easy.
We know a friend that could pronounce that for us.
Do we? Who?
Yeah, Carol.
Carol. For goodness sake, this is my next one. It's a Kiro Gin Napu. Do you reckon?
I can't see how it's spelled.
I think it's Finland, I think. Napu. Kiro Gin Napu. Let's give it a go. Right, you ready then?
Yeah.
Oh, now that smells very citrusy.
Bracken. I think it's got bracken.
Bracken?
I think so.
What, like ferns?
Yes.
Really?
It's part of the...
Oh dear, right, let's give it a go then. It's better than the last one.
You sure?
Yeah.
You don't sound...
So I gave that 4, so this is going to be a 5.
Okay. And that's 2 out of 3 that you can't pronounce.
Yeah, wait until later.
You forgot.
Cheers. Right then, my lover, what have you got this time?
Well, this one's easy.
I've got hiccups. I've got hiccups. It's not that funny. It's usually me. Making a good camera shake.
I've got the Sip Smith lemon drizzle.
Oh, well, we like that anyway.
We do.
We have that at home.
We do, yes, occasionally.
But we have it with Fever Tree tonic.
See, I think the tastiest one is the strawberry one.
Yeah, so marks out of 10 for your Sip Smith.
I would give it probably a 6 or a 7.
Which?
Because,
Make your mind up.
I'm going to have to give it a 6, but only because it's less tasty than the strawberry.
Okay.
But it's very pleasant to drink.
Okay.
That other one was...
Like, not particularly good.
I'd drink it, but the other 2 I'd quite happily order again.
I'm going to try mine. I'm just going to rehearse the pronunciation for 10
Yeah,
minutes
because you
first.
failed on the last
Well,
2.
I know, but I don't know what this one is. I haven't read it yet, have I? So this is my last one.
Alright, take it away, dear. And what have I got? Put your hand out the way, you're defocusing. So we have got, I can't read this without my glasses, a Malfegian Rosa Pink Grapefruit.
That's easy.
That was a lot easier to say than the other two. So I'm going to pour me tonic in now and see what it tastes like. Oh! Oh!
This is...
No, it smells alright. I think that would be very nice, but the pith on the grapefruit is tainting the flavour of it.
Got problems with the piss?
Oh, the pith, yes. The pith, not the pith, the skin of the grapefruit I think is tainted because it tastes of skin. Cheers.
I can't believe you just done that.
What?
You've taken the grapefruit out
Yeah.
and put it in the bin.
Yeah. So I'm going to
Just
taste it.
so that you can't take the piss.
I'm going to taste it now. It's de-skinned. Remove the skin. It smells better already. Oh. 6.
6. Oh, okay.
6.
And you can pronounce it.
And I can pronounce it. I could even have another one maybe.
Alright.
Because I could pronounce it to order it. I wouldn't want another one of them anyway.
Well, we had another good dinner tonight. It was very good in the
Yeah,
dining room.
good in the
wasn't it?
dining room.
Really nice
Yep.
food in the main dining room, so really enjoyed that. And then we went off to see the juggler comedian.
Yeah, a bit of a strange combination.
John
Udry.
Yes. We didn't quite know what to expect.
No.
I don't think anybody did. But he was actually very funny.
He was
If you
good.
get a chance to see him, please make time to go. He's not just a juggler.
No.
And he does. I think every show he does is probably different because of the people that are watching.
Yeah. Shout out for Emma tonight.
Shout out for Emma tonight. Yeah. Well done, Emma.
Yes.
Yeah. You did a good job in the front row.
Yeah.
So that was really funny. Enjoyed that. There's also been an announcement from the captain today that they were calling for people with a very specific blood group to assist with obviously a medical emergency that they had. There were 3 necessary what do you call it?
Requirements. So you had to be a registered blood donor in the UK, you had to be O negative, and you had to have your blood donating card with you. Now I'm registered as a blood donor, and I'm O negative, but I'm not able to give blood because of my illness. But I wouldn't have been able to without my card. So if you are that way inclined to help other people, and you are on a cruise, just bring your blood donor thing with you just in case they need it, because you could save somebody's life.
Yeah, we'd never heard that specific
announcement
before, so it was obviously something that was very urgent and serious for the people concerned. So please, if you are a blood donor, take your card with you. You never know when it's needed.
No, I mean, it's the first time we've heard something in 59 cruises, so yeah, it's very rare, but it was, yeah.
But on the upside,
oh yes,
we were sat in Anderson's having a quiet drink, chatting to a few people, and a few followers, and having a bit of birthday cake.
Birthday cake,
oh, we had a flight of gins as well, that was my fault.
A couple of flights.
And all of a sudden people were running everywhere.
Oh, wasn't that? I looked on the app. I'd gone before that.
There were people running everywhere, all over the place. The lights were out. So people went dashing off outside. And yes, they were out to a certain extent, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
So some people got better views than others.
Just a bit late.
Yeah, but then they were coming and going so much, it was, literally seconds, and they changed again. But it was quite amazing to see them. Even I managed to see some with the naked eye, which was really good.
So I rung you up, didn't you, and told you they were out.
Yeah, so that was good.
That was good.
And we'll see whether they appear during the night.
Yeah, I'm going to set the alarm for 3 o'clock because the signs look as if that might be a good time to go. But this app thing that I'm using seems to change constantly. So
It's not very consistent, is it?
Who knows?
Who knows?
We shall wait and see.
But if he gets up in the middle of the night, believe me, I'm not going on.
Yeah, because we set sail in about 10 minutes, don't we?
Yeah.
It's 10
All
to,
being well.
10 to 1 now. And depending on what's happening with the medical emergency outside, we should be on our way in 10 minutes. I just hope that it's nothing too serious.
Well, yeah, that's in the medical hands, and
Yeah.
that's that.
They're very capable.
So
there we
end
go.
of another day.
Tomorrow, sea day, heading south, heading home.
You've got Stavanger to go, yeah.
I know, but we're heading home, aren't we? And what's happening tomorrow, Lindsay?
We got the loyalty lunch tomorrow, says she with a great big smile on her face.
Yeah.
But we'll see what tomorrow brings. Or actually, it's later tonight.
Later tonight,
And it's April Fool's Day.
Pardon? I should be alright then, shouldn't I?
What do you mean by that?
Well, because I'm a fool. Well, you keep
Get out
telling
of
me. You keep telling me often enough. Anyway, night night.
Good night.
See you tomorrow.